that Nerza actually offers true damage, and he's quite tanky as well. So he should be able to deal with the Zhang Fei, and more importantly, he can get into the backlines. Easy access, which means Lady Sun, Mr. 00, might be at risk of getting ganked over and over again.
Yeah, we do know that that hero can traverse the gorge map pretty effortlessly as well, being able to just like go where he may roam. But again, we're seeing the Hu Huan come through in the jungle for Weira on the side of Kagendra. So we haven't seen this pick actually come through since, I think, if I remember correctly, the Open Series split, because this hero, this Lady of the Jungle, who wasn't necessarily meant to be a jungle pick, she's got very much support capability, she has a mid lane capability, but a lot of these players, especially the competitive players, like to see her in that jungle.
Yeah, and we'll take a look at the wave clear, right? I think mid lane, I think it's a pretty strong wave clear coming out from Lung as well as Yuhan. And looks like the first move, right, is to try and assert dominance on that clash lane. They'll get the reverse fight. We're looking at them trying to increase the farm they have, which means they will be able to tip the skills towards their advantage in the early game.
Yes, and here it is, obviously gracing the gorge for the first time. Hu Huan is coming through here, so her basic combo is skill 1, skill 2, basic attack, skill 1, basic attack ultimate, skill 1, basic attack 2. If you can remember that whilst you're in the heat of the battle, good luck to you, but her skill 1 enhances her basic attacks for a long period of time, so she can use it before entering combat to prepare an extra enhanced basic attack in advance. So good luck remembering that combo. You gotta have that photographic memory, because if not, good luck to you, fellas.
Yeah, well, in any case, if you can't remember that combination, don't worry. Her ultimate Melody of Peace is does have many iframes itself, so you can kind of abuse that fact as well. But you can see Viral already helping to pressure that clash lane 2v1 situation.
Yes. Yes, a lot of focus up into the clash lane here. Obviously, the Charlotte going against the Mayin is a tricky first match lineup, but here we go. The Mai Shiranui is not messing around. We are getting that aggressive gameplay here from Team Secret that we know and love from day one, but it's all seems to be popping up now. 2 minutes in, Kin. There seems to be a little bit of a something going on with this 2-minute mark. There is a lot of aggression currently going on in the gorge here, to a lot of blows being traded here from Team Secret onto Kagendra. We already saw that Lady Sun was pretty low, but thanks to the heal and the shield from the Zhang Fei, is that going to be enough? No! Mai comes through and takes down the Zhang Fei, but it actually goes over to Sun Bin.
Well, regardless, I think that was a huge play by the Mai, right? So Lung actually doing well for himself. So this will allow him to actually have that very early scepter of reverberation, which will give that extra burst as well. And you can see how Ken X is going to operate. At this point, going for the ball camp as well, it's really about tipping the skills. They want to steal as many camps as possible. And Kage don't seem to be able to handle the pressure and the pace of Team Secret just yet.
Yeah, the tempo is definitely being pumped up here by the side of Team Secret. They have what seems like a phenomenal kind of rotation going on here. They are just rotating with a purpose. They're picking up all kinds of resources, not only just the gold, but picking up kills here. They're getting some wave priority as well, just like in the mid lane. It's as if, like, Lung is not in that mid lane at all, because he's always just flying about, but that minion wave is just constantly being pushed by either Nazar, or we see that Mai returns back to the lane every so often to pick up a bit of gold, to give it a little bit of attention. But now it seems like there is just a lot of pressure here on the side of Kagendra. Team Secret really like to play aggressively.
Yep, exactly. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? At this point, because of the rotations of Lung itself, he is slightly under level in the mid lane itself, but they have made it up in terms of the gold accumulation. So they're looking to hopefully get the items a little bit faster, which means they can take better fights against Kage. And it looks like the first neutral objective is going to be the Tyrant. The Chain Lightning is going to come into full effect, as we might be looking at first full-fledged team fight come into play.
Yeah, there seems to be a calm before the storm going on here, Kin, but this is not the kind of place you want to be when you are Kagendra in this just about to peep that 5-minute mark. They lose the Tyrant, they're already behind in gold, they have no kills on the board. They kind of feel like they're pushed back towards their turret, unfortunately for themselves. They just need to go and step on the right foot into somewhat of a decent tango within their team. They need to try and do something, but again, getting caught out in that jungle is Weiro as well. We just see a little bit of hesitation there from Senko. Doesn't know whether to go in, whether to just come together with Mayin up into the top lane. There's just a lot of hesitation, it seems, on the side of Kagendra. But here, mid lane again, we have Nazaire and Mai coming through with the help of Sunbin. There is a silence there. DOT over time. Zhang Fei being caught behind in the back there, but he can take the damage. Is he be able to take any more? No, he does fall. Team Secret picking up their third and fourth kill in the Clash lane.
Yeah, I mean, if you think Team Secret's performance yesterday was good, today's is even better. It's 5-0, and we're 5 minutes in. At this point, it's a 5,000 goal lead already. And, you know, I don't think it's going to look any better for Kage, because once you give my lead, Lung is never going to back off. He should have quite a few items on hand already. Let's take a look at his growth. He already has a Stone of Sorcery. Actually goes for the Insatiable Tome first. So he's gonna have lifesteal. Here comes the next one. Time Lapse as well. Gets the charge, that ultimate down, and forcing the iframes out. I don't think they can get the kill though.
No, that was a nice use of untargetable, but it's unfortunate that Nazaire was able to get into the back of that as tier 2 turret, but still, we saw that Huan was not able to be taken down, so that was a great navigation by Weiro on the side of Kagendra. But that's all well and good when you start to see your tier 2 turret looking to fall here in that mid lane, and if any lane is very important, we know that that mid lane is crucial. Lady Chen trying to get some frozen onto enemies on the side of Team Secret, but nothing is getting procced there. Not enough hits to land that frozen on the side of Kagendra.
Yep, it's actually great that you say that, right? So the moment they have the mid lane open, which means that, you know, the vision is going to be obscured for the side of Kage, right? Which opens up the doors for pretty much big ganks coming in from the side of Team Secret. And we already have seen the burst coming in, so we have to be very careful about Lung's positioning. He still comes in, 10x. Actually gets it done.
Yeah, I think that the enemy team, I think Kagendra have probably spent more time up in the air than they have their feet planted on the gorge right now, kid. It seems like they like to be flying around on the gorge, and to be honest, we see that Team Secret have picked the right team comp here, because with the likes of the Sunbin aiding the movement speed on the side of Team Secret, being able to get them to rotate around the gorge a lot faster is just playing into Team Secret's MO. They are so aggressive, and having this Sunbin is just enhancing that aggression to tenfold.
Yep, and you know what? The scary thing is, at this point, there's just the Doomsday along with the Sparkforge Dagger onto the Fury here, right? So Sun, he hasn't even hit his max cap damage yet.
Yeah, DRNG is still waiting to be activated, to be deadly, to be a force to be reckoned with all on his own. I mean, we saw it time and time again yesterday. He was able to melt down so many of the enemy heroes whenever DRNG was picked onto the gorge. No matter the team, that marksman just seemed to have flawless amounts of damage. And obviously with his second skill being able to cleanse, if your enemy team has a high CC, this guy can get out of the slipperiest situations, and then also be able to use a stun of himself. Not many times do you see a hero having a stun, but then also having cleanse.
I just want to mention something about Loom. If you take a look at his itemization, instead of completing the Scepter of Reverberation, it looks like he's going for the Savant's Wrath, which is kind of greedy, but at this point you can't blame him, right? 6-0 up there, about 8,000 gold ahead, and it's at the 8.5 minute mark, right? So Kage, obviously they're struggling quite a lot, but Team Secret, it looks like they're playing their foot a little bit at this point.
Yeah, they're not. Well, to be honest, I can't really even say they're overstepping, because they aren't losing much in terms of this overstepping, this over-aggressive playstyle that they're going for here. Because if they were, they would have a few deaths on the board, but they're still on the no-death run right now. Team Secret show no signs of falling anytime soon, and the fact that they are behind almost 9k gold towards Kagendra is that's a lot of items. That's a lot of utility towards your team. Damage, defense, whatever it may be, it's on the side of Team Secret right now.
Yep, I mean, what a way to start the day, right, for Team Secret. And at this point, you know, maybe let's give a little bit of a breakdown of why it's so difficult for Kage to recover. Because if you take a look at the rotations, Lung is always in the front lines alone, and as a lady turn, right, even if you throw your destructive deluge, it's not going to work out that much because you're going to be wasting it on just one singular person. So at this point, Kage, they're kind of like nullified because there's no open options to initiate any fights at all.
Yeah, and you can kind of feel that the reason why Team Secret, even though we know them to be aggressive as well, the fact that they have Lady Sun on the side of Kagendra, that's not a hero you want to be waiting to activate, because if she starts to ball and get that damage, get that gold, you could just be writing your own demise if you were Team Secret. But they know that the fact that Lady Sun was being picked up, they had to do things quick, they had to do things aggressively, and just like that, they take the Shadow Tyrant. So not messing around, they have 4 jungle objectives to an absolute nil point on the side of Kagendra right now, and they're looking not to stop there. They're looking to pick up their 5th jungle objective, which would be the Shadow Overlord, which would absolutely improve this already hasty gameplay from Team Secret.
Yeah, bear in mind they do have the Primal Bond, so the fact that they're taking it so fast is kind of crazy at this point. But with a goal lead of 10,000 gold at this point, yeah, I think it makes sense, right? So right now, I think for Kage, it's really about damage limitation. How long can they buy? Can they buy another 11 minutes of gameplay time so that the Tempest Dragon comes out? And at that point, they should have enough farm to be able to go up against TNX.
Yes, so Nazaire gets caught there, but it was a lot of the ultimates being used. We obviously saw Lady Shen's come through. We've seen a big engage here from Nazaire, but then we have Mai into the back lane as well. Dorenji is now activated, getting those kills onto the board. We see that Mai goes down, down goes Lady Shen as well as that higher ground turretkin. We see that Zhongfei has gone down. There is a Shadow Vanguard at your crystal, at your high ground turret in the mid lane. I think this is game 1 written, baby. It is over. Team Secret taken, I believe it was a sub 11 minute mark, game 1.